Hello everybody, my name is Josh and I was a computer science examiner for a really long period of time. I was a head of computer science and also I run a tutoring business where I've helped thousands of students to get better grades in computer science courses. This series of lessons is all to do with giving you as little as possible to remember and still getting those top grades. And what we're going to look at is flowcharts. So we're going on to the programming paper topics. Now, I'm going to try and condense this down as much as possible because flowcharts is an area which, as when I've examined before, is answered very, very poorly. Now, the most simple question that we could get on this, if we're lucky, is just asking you what the shape is going to be, okay? So, ones which people always get confused on is input-output, process, and subprogram. So, process is just like adding numbers, doing something. Subprocess is a procedure or subroutine. And then input-output is the parallelogram. Now, I would simply make a flashcard of these and just make sure that you know what each of them are going to be. So if the ones that people always get mixed up on is the input, output, and process. So just make sure you know the difference between those two. Now, I'm going to show you this question, and I've done this strategy with my students, and they say it helps, okay? And I'm going to show you, like, even if you've got your exam tomorrow, that you can still grab some marks on this particular section. So let's have a look at this question. So Johnny wants to create a program which allows him to enter his weekday lunch cost and create the total for the week and output it. So he's going to enter in his how much his meal cost for the day, and then what we're going to do is we're going to total that up, and we're going to total that up, and then we're going to output that at the end. Okay, so I'm going to try and show you a way that it's 5 marks that maybe you can grab 2 marks and potentially some more. Okay, so logically, I have to do this quite small on here. So we're going to go for a start shape. Okay, that's the first thing you're going to do. If you put start and end correctly, you get a mark. So that's 1 mark. The next logical thing that I see is that we're going to have to initialize our variables. Now, this is going to be consistent for every single program. So it's going to go start and then a parallelogram. It has to go in that order. So if you just even have no idea what the question is talking about, just write a start and then a parallelogram and make it really clear that we're inputting data in here. And we're going to go for count. So there is going to be the technical stuff on here, but if you're finding this a bit hard, don't worry too much about it. And then we'll do, just to simplify this, I'll go for total. So total cost, so TC will set to 0. And then also what I'm going to do is in a separate box, because this is going to be updated every time he wants to enter in his meal cost, we're going to get in another parallelogram, okay? So we're going to get meal cost, so I'm just going to put MC equals input, and that gets some input off the user, okay? So I think start, parallelogram, initializing the variables, just have a look at see what they are. You're going to be grabbing yourself potentially another mark there, potentially. Then what we want to do is we're going to add this to a total. So we're going to create a total. So process, so this is now a rectangle. So it's going to go parallelogram, parallelogram, rectangle. Sorry, not the clearest of rectangles. And then we've got total cost is equal to total cost plus meal cost. And then we're going to add 1 on to our count as well. So count equals count plus 1. Now, so we do oval, parallelogram, parallelogram, rectangle. Now, after we've done that, what we are going to do is we are going to then do a decision. Okay, so we then need to make a decision, which is the diamond. And then we put is count equal to 5. Okay, because there's 5 weekdays. Okay, and then we go up to the top. We need to go, if it's no, we need to go back up there and enter in Tuesdays. And you can only have two decision coming off a diamond. You can't have more than that, so don't do that. And then if yes, we've finished our program. The last thing we're going to do is output something. So that needs to be an a parallelogram where we're going to print total cost, and then we're going to end the program. Now, as you can see on here, people, I think it's the most logical solution. That what we're going to do is we're going to start something. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have to initialize our variables. Then, so it's going to go oval, parallelogram, parallelogram, rectangle, diamond, the no decision going up to the top, and then the yes decision going next. After it is finished, we have to output whatever it's asking us to do. So whatever the question is, and then it's going to end. Okay?